Now to the guided practice for ratios and proportions. So we are finding the slope of each line. Remember, slope is rise over run. So you're going up or down first, and then to the right. So on L, how far up are we going? Up 3. And over how many? 1. So that's 3 over 1. And what's that reduced to? 3. And then we're looking at line N. How far up are we going on line N? Positive 3. And how far over? Positive 2. So we've got 3 over 2. Does that reduce any further? No, so it stays there. Make sure that if you are going down, that is negative. So make sure you have your fractions reduced, and if you're going down, that is a negative slope. What would we do on number 3? The ratio of the side lengths of a quadrilateral is 2x plus, or 2 to 4 to 5 to 7, and its perimeter is 36 meters. What is the length of the shortest side? We take that ratio, put an x behind each of the numbers, and add them all together, and set it equal to 36. Not dealing with angles this time. We're dealing with side lengths, and we were given the perimeter. So we are setting it equal to 36. When we add all these together, what do we get? $18x. So 18x equals 36. Divide by 18. And what does x equal? 2. And we are wanting to find the shortest side. So of these, which is the shortest one going to be? 2. So we've got to plug in 2 times our x value, which is 2. 4 meters is our shortest side. Okay, then our next one, we want to identify the pairs of congruent angles and corresponding parts. So first off, we need our congruent angles. So which angles are congruent? Angle M is congruent to angle U, because those are marked. Angle N is congruent to angle V, again, because those are marked. And what's our last set of angles? Angle P is congruent to angle W because of the third angle theorem. And then this said to identify the corresponding sides. So we were setting up a proportion, naming the sides, not using the numbers, because we are identifying the corresponding sides. That means MN, that is our longest side, matches up with UV. And I know that U matches up with M and N matches up with V, so I need to stick with that. And MP, that is our middle length side. So we're going to our middle length side, matches up with UW. Again, M matches up with U, P matches up with W. And then lastly, our shortest side, PN, matches up with WV. P again matches up with W, and matches up with V. Next up, we want to determine whether the polygons are similar. If so, we need to write the similarity ratio and similarity statement. So we need to figure out which angles are congruent first. So which angles are congruent? Angle P is congruent to angle U. Angle M is congruent to angle W. And angle R is congruent to angle X. So all of our angles are congruent. Then we need to check our sides, are proportional. So 4 is my shortest side in the left-hand triangle. That's my shortest side in the right-hand triangle. 6. 8 is my middle length side in the right-hand triangle. So that goes over 12. And 10 is my longest side. That goes over 15. And what does 4/6 reduce to? 2/3. What does 8/12 reduce to? Also 2/3. And what does 10/15 reduce to? Also 2/3. So that means 2/3 is my similarity ratio. And that my similarity statement would be triangle PMR is similar to triangle UWX. Next up, the town of Goodland, Kansas claims that it has one of the world's largest easels. It holds an enlargement of a Van Gogh painting that is 24 feet wide. The original painting is 58 centimeters wide and 73 centimeters tall. If the reproduction is similar to the original, what is the height of the reproduction to the nearest meter, or to the nearest foot? Okay, so if you need to draw your figure, you've got your original, and you have your enlargement, and then our enlargement is 24 feet wide. Our original is 58 centimeters wide. And 73 centimeters tall. We want to figure out how tall our enlargement is. Okay, so that means we'd have 58 over 24 equals 73 over x. And we cross multiply. 58 times x equals 24 times 73. And 58x equals 1,752, and then we divide by 58 on both sides. And that gets us 30.20689. It keeps going. We are wanting to round to the nearest foot though, so remember nearest foot is a whole number. So our whole number is 0, but we need to look at the number behind it, which is a 2, which is less than 5, so we have to keep that 0, so we have 30 feet. Again, make sure that you are reducing your fractions when necessary.